Welcome to my honorary doctorate of humanity celebration bump sale. I know that's a long title, but this was inspired by something that has happened to me recently, and I wanted to really do something to celebrate with those who I think could really benefit for what I'm being honored for. So let me kind of get into that. I did receive a few questions about what's in this or what is this. Because if you haven't seen all of the videos when I was telling the story that inspired this, um, chances are you're like, well, what am I getting into here? So let me kind of make this as clear as possible. I decided to do this bump sale as a celebration. I received a call from Dr. Michael V. Roberts, who's one of the icons of entrepreneurship and business in American history, but definitely amongst Black people, African Americans, really throughout the entire world. He's honored all throughout Africa, the Caribbean. If you don't know who Dr. Michael V. Roberts is, you should really look him up to see who he is. Anyway, he called me uh, to nominate me for an honorary doctorate of humanity with a tremendous international organization that he's a part of with it's called the Black Agenda. And there are so many other organizations that are tied to this, but it's the Black Agenda is the core group that is doing this. And so when he nominated me, and I'm being honored for the work that I do to help entrepreneurs, specifically Black entrepreneurs and business owners and professionals. And the way that I do that is through my independent consulting, right? So I'm being honored for advising and counseling entrepreneurs, business owners, and professionals on how to grow their lives and their businesses to numbers that they probably never dreamed that they could achieve, or the lifestyles that they could never achieve. And again, I do this through consulting, my independent consulting practice. And so I thought, what better way to celebrate? I've already started helping people to become independent consultants. Dozens of people have already gone through this training, and they paid $3,500 or even more, depending upon how we were doing it. If it was a consulting package, they paid much, much more. But I have the curriculum and training within my container. And I said, you know what? To celebrate this, I want to help as many people. If I'm being honored for the consulting work that I do, I want to see how I can transfer this knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding, these strategies to help other people become independent consultants. Or if you're already a consultant, just one strategy or nugget or shift that could help you grow your business and to areas that you may have not even thought of. And so that was my thinking for offering this, right? To help as many as I could. I said, how am I going to do this? I don't want to charge 35. It wouldn't be a celebration if I'm charging the original price. And I've heard so much about bump sales. And I said, you know what? I'm going to try it where a person just starts off paying $1, and then each person that buys it, it just goes up incrementally for $1 to receive $3,500 consulting training from me for just $1 to whatever it is. I don't know where it is right now, and who knows where it's going to end up. It's for 5 days. But I said, you know what? I want to do this. But in addition to that, one of the tools that I wanted to give was also my mastermind training, my simple virtual mastermind, how to build mastermind networks and communities. This is also a $3,500 training, a $3,000 training. And I said, you know what? I want to throw this in because that is a tool. That is a six-figure tool that every consultant should have in their toolbox as they are moving forward, whatever your niche or specialty is. Being able to connect people, build masterminds, have some intellectual property that you can build a mastermind around is it's a secret weapon, really. It's something that I've been having in my arsenal for quite some time, and it's something that I thoroughly enjoy. But most people don't know how to run a mastermind. They don't know how to facilitate. They don't know how to get clients and all of those things. But that's my secret weapon. I say, you know what? I'm going to throw that in as well. That's the bonus. So you get the independent consulting, which I call the master consultant. And then you get my simple virtual mastermind curriculum and training. Also $3,000. Again, this is over $6,000 worth of value included in this bump sale, to where I share my mind with you on how to do both of these things: to consult, become an independent consultant and build your private practice, and also to develop and build and create mastermind groups. So that in and of itself is just extremely valuable. Over $6,000 we've charged for both of these programs. But in addition to that, I said I wanted to make sure that now you get the knowledge, now you get the wisdom, you get the understanding, you get the strategy, you even get to see replays and all of that type of stuff, and any updates that I do. I'm always learning. So if I update something, I put it in the community, because you have access to this for life. For life. So you'll always be able to come back and reference it. So if you're paying $1, $5 for this, there's no way that you can't make your money back. So I think someone was asking me, I don't know if I qualify. I say, even if you don't qualify, to learn a strategy that could put thousands of dollars in your pocket, even if you don't use it now. Talk about an ROI. Pay $20 now, $25 now, whatever it is, and be able to generate thousands of dollars throughout your lifetime is, I can't think of a better ROI. So in addition to those two trainings, I said that I would answer up to 7 questions. I was just going to say unlimited because it's in the community, but I know someone would be just in there just hitting me with question after question after question. So we're going to say 7 questions on your consulting practice and also building your mastermind. So as you're learning this stuff and you get stuck, you want to reach out to me and shoot me a DM and tell me your situation, then I can give you my experience, my insight on what I think you should do, what I think you shouldn't do, how to go about it. Maybe you should talk to him, maybe you should talk to her, maybe point you in the right direction. But you'll get 7 of those. And again, they never end. So if you don't need them right now, 2 years from now, as you're building your business and you say, you know what, I want to cash in on those 7 questions, or at least one of them, right? Let me ask Brother B a question to see if this can help me with my business. So that by itself is $7,500 value, the 2 curriculums. And I just put a value on the 7 questions because these are not consultations. These are just questions that you can ask me and I give you an answer. I put a value on that of $1,500. That's $7,500 value that somebody, actually 3 people already got for $1. So it's really a no-brainer. Even if you were paying $1,000 for this training, this curriculum, the strategies, and to be able to ask me questions, it would still be a no-brainer, because if you utilize what I share with you, what I'm going to teach you in these trainings, there's no way except that you don't put in the work. If you put in the work, you're going to make 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000. And my goal has always been to get my clients up to 6 figures. It's a no-brainer. So that's what this entails. And again, this was all inspired as I close this out, this video out. But I wanted to put something on this page to make sure that you understood what this was. All of this was inspired because I received a call late Saturday night, or on a Saturday night, because I don't know when you'll watch this. And it was from Dr. Michael V. Roberts, again, nominating me for this honorary doctorate of humanity because of the service that I've provided to the Black community in terms of entrepreneurship and building wealth over the years. But the reason that they're honoring me is because of the consulting work that I've been doing for the past 20 years. So I said I wanted to pass that on to you. So if I'm being honored for it by our 3rd Black billionaire in the history of the United States of America, just want you to know that. Why can't I pass on the knowledge? And again, this will never, ever happen again. I was not even going to sell this training anymore and just put it in the vault for some of my premium, my inner circle members who will have access to this stuff, and just leave it there. But again, I was inspired. I mean, when I got that call, it's, I'm so grateful. And I said, well, what can I do to kind of share my gratitude and to celebrate, especially with people who I know have tried to, who want to work with me, who want to get this information, but maybe the cost has been a little, the investment has been a little bit out of their reach, or it wasn't the right time. I said, well, you know what? Let's celebrate with me as I prepare for this weekend to receive my honorary Doctorate of Humanity degree from Dr. Michael Reed Roberts and others. Um, this is what I wanted to do. So that's what this bump sale is. And it's only up until the 18th. So you might as well go ahead and press that button. You're not going to get a better value nowhere. You're not going to get a more committed teacher, advisor, coach, consultant than me with our people. This is what I love to do. There's no question it's off limits. So if you want to kind of be exposed to my mind and the world that I'm in, um, go ahead and I don't know where that button is, but smash that button before it gets too high, right? I mean, get it while it's a no-brainer. It's you spend more on coffee. I mean, some of us have spent more on coffee than the information or learning how to become an independent consultant, which is the business model that I recommend for people moving forward. You're probably hearing some chatter about business models and things like that now. You want to think about very seriously, if you're not a consultant or you haven't thought about this and you're just trying to figure it out, or you're trying to reinvent yourself, this is a business model. If you genuinely have a desire to help people, I can honestly tell you, I already know you have the knowledge. If you've been on a job or you've been working something for 10, 15 years, you have interest, you're passionate about something, you can help people in those areas. In fact, you're already doing it. You're giving out tons of advice, you're consulting people, you're connecting people, you're doing all types of things, and you're doing it for free. And I want to show you how to make a life and make some money from doing what you're probably already doing. So this is your brother Bedford. I know this video went long, but someone asked me to explain what's in this, and I hope that I've done a decent enough job to make sure that you know that this is a no-brainer, that you should join me in this community, in my community, and let's grow together and become successful. This is your brother Bedford, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.